Okay. So now I don't hear my voice into my speakers, into my headphones, but I'm seeing that here I have good volume. I have good volume here. So let's see. Maybe if I check from one of my other devices, I'll be able to see if there is sound. Okay, there is sound. So now there is any lag or no? Какво става, тати? Какво ще ми покажеш? Може ли да видя? Виж го. Добре, няма да ти го взимам сега. Okay, so I'm trusting Bukama. She's one of my most loyal fans and subscribers. Who is this? Кажи здравей. Кажи здравей. So one of the questions was who helped me shape myself into the person that I am today. It is a very, very easy question. Very, very easy answer to that question. In life, I believe that there comes a point in everybody's life where responsibility and accountability and all of the characteristics of a person who is responsible need to be on the front. And you cannot explain this to anybody who is not a parent. However, I don't think that if you don't feel that love and that sense of bettering yourself when you become a parent. Да, точно така. Пластилин ли е това? This is supposed to be our foot, but no longer. So, if you don't get this feeling of responsibility and self-accountability when you're a father or a mother or a parent, you'll never get it. So I'm one of the lucky ones that does have it, and I'm very thankful that I became a parent, because for me, once you become a parent, the person that you were up until that point, not that he dies, but it changes completely, because everything is completely different now. It's completely different your schedule, it's completely different your peace, it's completely different your responsibility, it's completely different. Now no longer are you only doing this for yourself. Now you're no longer the most important person in your life. Somebody else is above you. Да, това е пластилин, няма да го видим. So, for example, whenever somebody tells me, I'm very busy, I cannot sleep also, I have a lot of noise and this and that, and then I ask, are you a parent? And they say no, and on the inside I want to laugh, not because of disrespect or anything like this, but because once you become a parent, you understand really what responsibility means. I'm not trying to say that you cannot grow up in other ways. You can, for sure. I follow a lot of Jordan Peterson, Jocko Willing, and other people that do speak logical things about the things that I like to get knowledge of. However, just a moment, какво е?
Може ли ми кажеш къде е ръчичката?
Там, където е седяло това друго.
Ма не.
Нямам представа. So, I forgot my train of thought. But basically, other things can also make you grow up in life. Like other things can give you a lot of responsibility and make you, let's say, grow up faster. Let's do it like this. Okay. Even I have this microphone here. Huh? Very, very YouTube-ish like. So, you can grow up in other ways. However, I believe nothing beats the responsibility for your child. So for that, this is the person who shaped me into the person that I am today. Everything I do is for my daughter. Every endeavor, every achievement, every difficulty that I overcome, every struggle, everything I do for her. And very few people understand that, to be honest. And I don't know why. I don't get why. I had mothers when I share with them how much I love my child, and they're like, at least this is here in Eastern Europe, guys. I'm not trying to say this is going to be in the place where you live, but this is what I've heard. I've heard like children are going to disappoint you. They're going to grow up. What they're going to do after this? I mean, guys, come on. Like, you created life. Like, build on that life. It's not about when they're growing. This is not like, you're going to be alone and this and that. This is a very wrong way of thinking. I believe nowadays one of the worst things that has happened to people is their loss of the parental instinct. And I believe the parental instinct is much more than just making food and changing diapers. I believe that the parental instinct is something that you do every single day with everything you do, regardless if you're alone or with your child. Like the man you are, the woman you are, the person you are when you become a parent, is completely different in all of the senses, basically. Like even something as simple as staying in shape can become much more difficult whenever you become a parent. And I have seen it, Mola. And I have seen it with a lot of my friends that became fathers and became mothers. I have seen that the things that they were able to keep, let's say, as a discipline inside of their character, very quickly disintegrated, and they had to build on them again in order for them to be productive with those characteristics, so to say. So for me, I've been philosophical before I became a parent, but yeah, this is, and also a lot of struggle. When I say this, I mean mental struggle, physical struggle. I'm 30 years old. I've broken my back twice before I became 20 or 22, something. No, 20. I've have surgery on this shoulder. I have other things that are wrong with me as well. I have a lot of hardship along my life, and I believe that you can do one of two things, specifically when you're presented with difficulties that sometimes feel unfair. You can either be mad at the world and try to punish the world, which never works. You only punish yourself, or you can try to be the person who protects and who is an example of overcoming on those difficulties. So another person maybe who doesn't have the strength can get motivated from you or even inspired, because motivation for me is like a quick fix, and I don't like quick fixes. I believe discipline, determination, much more important than motivation. But yeah, I'm talking too much. Bukana, is everything okay with the sound? Okay, let me look at the second. Thank you. Okay, let me look at the second question. Oh no, there are more questions than one, or two. So thank you, Brief Transit. Пак ли идеш при мен? Ела гуш. And they ask me why I lift weights. I lift weights so I can tie my shoe with one hand while kneeling down and holding my daughter above my head with the other hand. I mean, if you simply train for looks and you don't think, okay, now that I'm a parent, I can be much more like active with my child, you have it wrong. Like, I don't care about abs and chest and all of these things. I have a dot bod myself right now. But yeah, you need to be exceptional, especially when you're going to be an example, when you're going to set the bar for somebody, for his life, for her life. You need to be an example. So, do you try to live your life according to a particular philosophy? Yeah and no. What do I mean? I'm a very specific type of guy. Okay, I would always do the right thing, but I'll do it my way. So one of my biggest minuses in my character is that I'm hyper emotional, super emotional. For me, whenever you say you're emotional, this means that you have the lack of ability to control your emotions. An emotional person is a person who cannot control his emotions. It's very logical, I think. So I was a person who was very untaught and unfamiliar on how to properly manage my emotions. And the result of that was me diminishing my youthfulness through stress and nerves. However, I believe again we come down to the difference between villain and the hero. Both of them have negative pasts or difficult pasts. One of them chooses to act on it in the sense of, okay, the world got me, I'm gonna get the world now. This is the villain. So you can go through a lot of stress, you can go through things that are unimaginable for people, that can really damage you. And I'm not saying that they don't damage, they do damage. Yes, Bukan, I'm right. We all must learn. Thank you. I believe that the choice has to be made every day. I believe if today I make a good choice, tomorrow that doesn't mean I cannot make a wrong one. But whenever you go through difficult things, and they're really difficult and they're really hard, and you can really see that, okay, this is really gonna take a toll on me, you can still make a choice and you can still decide, I want to be the good in the world, or do I want to be the bad in the world? So for me, the philosophy that, let's say, I hold very dear to me is, I don't know if it's a philosophy, but it's Stoicism. Basically, people, let's say, here in Bulgaria, and not only in Bulgaria, but the people that, and I'm not trying to speak negatively or down towards anyone, but you have a good amount of people in this world who have a very, very simple life. They're interested in how much the food costs in the store, they're interested in how much their bills are, and they're interested if they can go somewhere for a week in the year just to pretend. And the majority of their communications are on the surface. Nobody really knows them. For me, this is a lot of fakery, huge amount of fakery. And what comes with it is a very big bag of complaints. For example, the other day, my electricity stopped. Why? Because my fuse box blew up. Didn't blow up, but it blew up. So I paid 500 leva to fix it. Now, you guys know that I'm not very bad with money, but Сумка може ли? Merci. Are you happy? Are you Murk? We already have a gangster sign. Yeah. Okay. So what was I speaking about? Yeah. So those people, usually they come to you and oh, what's up, man? What's up? Yeah, okay. So the other day I paid so much money for this cab, and there was a very big traffic jam, and my job is difficult, and I feel this, and I feel that, and people don't realize, but this is an extremely selfish way of thinking. Why? Because do you really think you're the only one who got in an expensive cab, or was in that traffic jam, or was in that cold weather, or you're not the only one who also got sick, most probably from that flu? So there is a very big truth to the fact that the more you speak about something, the bigger it becomes. So I really don't like to surround myself with such people, and if by any chance I'm put close to such a person, I do everything in my power to remove him from my life. Why? Not because I have anything against the person. I mean, I can still love you. I just don't like the things you do. So I'm cutting all types of energy connections or anything else, because simply the way that you affect me is you're going to grow the negativity. You're not going to grow the positivity. So Stoicism, how I apply Stoicism, is very simple. Fuse box blew up, no emotion. Do I have the money? Yes. Why do I make the money for situations like this? Why do I make the tough choices? For example, right now I was accused that I didn't take my daughter out to holiday bazaars. Well, my daughter was sick for 2 weeks and she still is. And I am also, as you can see, I sound like a Croatian cigar smoker that is 79 and has been in the back of a very old truck for 60 years of this 79. So I kind of like MC also. So a lot of people are like, why don't you take her out and this and that? For me, honestly, with all due respect, this is complete nonsense and bullshit. Why? Because compromising my child's health for going somewhere because everybody else goes. This is for me being literally a sheep. I should be put into a barn, and I should just stay there as a sheep. I shouldn't pay bills. I shouldn't do anything. There should be no train of thought in my head. This is very logical. Yes, it may require you to split from the mold, but fuck the mold. The mold produces nothing valuable, honestly. So my stoicism was this: I cannot take my daughter out. I cannot go out alone for a long time myself as well, for many other reasons also. I can only go and train. Every time I train, I see that my body doesn't really hold up for more than 30, 45 minutes. Rather than getting frustrated and paying 500 leva and waiting without electricity, I'm like, okay, this happened. This is a lesson. What can I get out of it? How can I do it better? What did I do good? Analyze. Learn from it. Fix the situation and leave it fixed in the past. There is no need for you to continue speaking about how expensive the fuse box was. Who cares? Who cares? Some people don't have a fuse box because they don't have a wall, because they don't have a house. They have more than one daughter, maybe sons, maybe nephews and other people that live with them. Who in the hell are you to be sad and depressed about stupid things? Like, the only person who gets affected by those things is going to be you. And it's going to be more from the things you speak to yourself than from the actual thing. And trust me, more than 90% of the people I know are like this. This is why I believe the best example you can give is to be in the present. The only way that you can attack the future properly is to have ground under your feet. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. I have to pay this, I have to do this, I have to do, set unrealistic goals, be delusional, like spin into a stupid circle. No, not at all. It happened. I fixed it. How can I fix it better next time? What are the lessons and how can I move on? I'm seeing a little bit of luck. I think now it's going to be better. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bukana, I'm going to make you a moderator. I just need to understand how. As I have a good amount of technology here. I have 2 laptops. I have 2 phones, I have 3 microphones, I have 1 PC, and maybe other technology somewhere. But still, like sometimes I'm like a Croatian old lady, which is in front of a MacBook Pro, and she never even touched the cell phone. So it's a little bit in between. But yeah, stoicism, guys. Stoicism, being accountable, and always trying to do the better thing. This is my philosophy of life. And also, do things that scare you. I mean, if you don't feel alive from getting close to death, that's fine, but do hard things, do things that scare you. You don't need to put yourself under 200 kg that you've never squatted. Go for 1 and do 2 reps just because you stood up easy from the first one. This is not something you should do, right? If you want, you can do it. I do it, but you can simply attack things that you may feel are too small to be attacked, like a stupid habit that gets an avalanche of many other habits throughout your day. If you attack this small habit, maybe you can change a lot of things, but you need to remove your ego in order to attack small things. Otherwise, you're always going to be in the same place. Okay, next question. Do you believe in fate? For example, that we each have our lives mapped out beforehand by a higher power? This is a very good question. And let's see. 3 people are here. Hello, guys. Кажи здравей. 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 Do I believe in fate? I am definitely a believer. I do believe, and hear me out, I do believe in God. I don't go to a church. I don't think there is a difference between one God or the other. Thank you, Bukana. Thank you. I don't go to a church. I do have a Bible. I believe that there most definitely is something much more higher. Може ли само за секунда, ако може да чуят хората какво им говоря, защото като пеем песни не се чува. Мерси. So, I definitely believe there is something which is much higher than me. Not in the sense of smoking. Then nobody's higher than me. But whenever it comes down to faith and religion, yes, I do believe in God. I do believe in building your connection with God. I do believe building your relationship with God. And I do believe that people have it wrong. People believe that when they pray, they need to ask for something. Something must be given to them. Something must be done for them. In reality, it's not the case. In reality, I believe that it doesn't really matter how you're going to make a prayer if the words you're saying don't come out from your soul. Because he is going to know your true intentions. He is going to know, oh my goodness, something happened here. Okay. My headphones, when I move them, they have like an accelerometer, so they start and pause my YouTube videos. I'm sorry. So yeah, when you're honest with yourself, when you're honest with him, and when you say, I'm sorry, when you understand that you're a sinner, when you understand that you're never going to be perfect, when you understand that a lot of things are not under your control, and really the things you should be focused on are the things that you can control, I believe there is God in that. I have certain situations in my life that have proven to me. However, there was this one video that I saw. It may sound a little like unreal, what I'm gonna say, but whenever the universe allows you to put on the magic glasses, there are two rules that come with that. You cannot take them off, and you cannot make anybody else wear them. So that's going to be the answer to this question. Yes, I do believe in God. Yes, I do believe that even though God exists, there is still the personal choice. So no, fate is what you make it, depending on your choices. I believe your choices determine your fate. Okay? The choice is yours. The choice is yours, guys. But if you think about it, look around the world. Look everything around you. Everything is the devil. Even this is the devil. Okay? The sport that I participate in, it is sexualized by a lot of homosexuals. And not only. There's a lot of devil in that as well. If you look at everything which is popular right now, where humanity is going, there is nothing which is undevilish. So if there is so much evil being thrown in your face, it should only mean that there is something good. However, choices. I believe life is about choices. So whoever feels that he's destined to do something or this and that, yeah, you may be, but you have to make the choices. If you don't make the choices, nobody cares. I hope that answers the question. Yes, I do believe in God, but I'm not a sheep person. I don't, because everything people do, they separate themselves. Okay, I believe in this God, I believe in this God. I believe in this team, I believe in this team. I like this bodybuilder, I like that bodybuilder. Honestly, even if I don't win a show, look at this guy's quads, look at this guy's back, look at, why? Yeah, not to spin out into a different topic. But actually, before I go to another question, I mentioned in my last video in the vlog about the client I had. I love you, Mr. Client. Not gonna say names or anything. Whenever you seek help, somebody may come along and even give you that help for free. And yeah, it might look in this situation like, do this exercise and eat this food and you'll be fine, right? I'm just going to contact you once a week and not really much of an effort. But if you really emphasize on the thought process, you would find out that years of this person's life were taken in trial and error on his own body, and experiences and lessons and time invested that eventually allows him to be able to give you the right tools to achieve this thing, even if it's going to be weight loss. So even if you receive that, and I'm not saying this client, it's not about money or anything like this. I don't care about money to make money. But sometimes you can receive it like after you give something. Sometimes you can receive it after you simply get it. In both situations, you need to be responsible in front of yourself. If you, let's say, pay for something, or let's say it's given to you for free, and you do nothing with it, it's your choice to stay in the situation that you're in. So nobody can help you except you. Again, we go down to the choice. So if there is a choice, it's up to you. This doesn't mean God doesn't exist. It only solidifies that he does. A choice. Okay, how did you manage to get your English to such a fantastic level? Well, thank you. I don't think that constantly it's on that good of a level, because I'm Eastern European. For example, сега като говоря на български, никой не може да разбере какво казвам и по съвсем различен начин звучи. Най-вероятно нищо не разбирате и звучи малко като руски. So, basically, this was Bulgarian. You understood nothing most probably. Whenever I speak very fast, because I can speak like very, very fast. This is something I'm working on. I'm just showing you how fast I can speak, even with something in my mouth. So, speaking slower and more articulate, I sound good in English. When I speak fast, I do sound like Gypsy King. But no, I learned it from Cartoon Network. I learned it in school. I studied business administration in university. I was in the States for a little bit on a summer brigade. The music I listen to, I'm a huge Eminem fan. I can rap all of his songs. I have to read the lyrics, but I can. So a lot of things that trained my vocabulary and my speaking helped. But yeah, thank you for acknowledging this. I am trying to make it better and better. You see, the moment I stop eating correctly, I start drinking some milk. You see this? Now I can look at this arm, and I can, just giving an example, and I can look at this arm. Oh, where are my muscles? Where are my muscles? It's over without my muscles. I cannot do anything without my muscles. Oh my goodness. No. What the hell, guys? I mean, a summer body is achievable in months. It's achievable in months. And even 2 years in months. So it's not that long of a time. Okay? If you get depressed because you look in a certain way, this means that you identify with how you look. You are going to change by default, by age, and by different things. One time a car hit me. Now I have a big dent under my knee, in my bone. Why? Because I got into the curb with my knee. Should I lay down and say, no, my leg doesn't look the same anymore? No, I tested that ligament with 160 kg pole squat the same week. Why? Because I made a choice. Like, I went to the other direction. I still believe, even though it can be self-destructive, I still think it's better than being a pussy. That's just my way of thinking. Okay. So, let's see now. I'm gonna smoke more cigarettes. But yeah, I'm not gonna smoke cigarettes, but I am gonna smoke a cigar. I'm doing this on purpose, guys, because I believe that one of the mistakes I've made so far with my channel is showing you the most perfect version of me. Only the motivated version of me, only the disciplined version of me, only the one which is very stoic. However, this is not a complete human. A complete human is somebody who also makes mistakes. A complete human, okay, I'm not smoking. My daughter is coming. Don't worry, I'm not smoking with her. She is in another room. And there is good ventilation. So if she comes, there is no lit cigarette or anything like this. Right now, because we put these things here on my wall, those are my 2 years of achievements here. And this is me also. Кажи, тати, какво е? Какво става? И ще дойдеш мене. Okay, so look at something, guys. A lot of you who are parents, because Happy New Year, hectic moments. Because I see a lot of people do this. Like the child wants attention, you're doing something. So, for example, you take the phone, you give the child the phone. Trust me, those phones are made for children to immediately use them. I've seen my daughter, she grabs my phone, immediately she wants to swipe, even on a blank screen. Always on a blank screen, actually. I don't allow her to use my phone. But why don't you become a little bit creative and get a Barbie phone, which only has a button and nothing else? Doesn't work. So it doesn't fry your child's brain. Yes, I do put television. However, I'm always an advocate, if music is listened to, for it not to be retarded, stupid commercial music with women showing their boobs and singing about their vaginas. I would put AC/DC. You can put Chad Smith. You can put Eric Clapton. You can put Eminem. You can put Metallica. You can put Aerosmith. You can put Tina Turner. You can put Johnny Cash. You can put Eminem. You can put LL Cool J. You can put many different types of music, which isn't the commercialized, sex-oriented music nowadays, which makes men sing about women as their like objects, and women speaking about their private parts as their objects also. Okay. You know, one thing, what just happened warms my heart. You know, sometimes she just sees me, she goes and kisses me, hugs me, and does this on my shoulder. Ishi gush. The best achievement, the best accolade in my life is being a father. Okay? So, that's the pinnacle for me. Okay. So, let's see. We're still 3 people, and I don't care, honestly. Guys, one of the things that I've realized, this YouTube channel is one very good decision I've made. Because yes, it grows slowly. Yes, I'm not that good with being interesting constantly, because I do the same thing. And I'm not a woman, I'm a guy. So it's a little bit different for you to watch. But one thing I can tell you is thank you. One time I got a thank you on my PayPal. I didn't even, like, I do post, like, I try to copy descriptions, not to copy, but to make similar descriptions to the people that I follow, because I see they grow. I'm not a fan of, send me money here or send me money there. But one thing you can trust, anything that is received on those channels, PayPal, Revolut, Patreon, is reinvested into this becoming bigger and better. I don't have any plans to stop, even if this is the total amount of subscribers I get. I never get monetized. I'll still do it. I'll still be as consistent as possible. And one of the things that I have as a plan for 2025 is to be much more consistent. And because I know how it is easy to make a vague, like, I want to be better next year. Yeah, fine. Yeah, fine. Fine, man. Like, I am going to post once a week. 300, no, what is this? 48 videos, 46 videos, 48 videos this year. Tax, okay. Well, I do write tax. However, I feel that I'm not writing the right tax. Iwona did show me, I believe, more than a year ago. But honestly, I forgot. But yeah, okay, I'll do that. Do you guys watch people also, like, whenever they go on a live stream, let's say, play something or something like this? Because I can right now even play a game with you. Even though I don't really feel it's going to be logical, but simply because you're giving me ideas here, I'm simply asking, trying to understand better for the upcoming lives. Because also, I'm planning to make a live once a week. So this is going to be included in my description, my schedule. So this way I know I have to do it. Okay, good. If you have questions about tags for a certain type of contact, email me. Okay. You see? Thank you, Hectic. Thank you, really. I do appreciate that small things like this prove to me that creating this channel was a very right decision for me. And speaking about the channel, and speaking about, because the channel's content is mostly bodybuilding. This year, because I'm 30, I have arrhythmia. My heart is enlarged, just like any other person who is an athlete, such an athlete. So, arrhythmia, enlarged heart. I have prostate, somewhat of difficulties. What else? My blood pressure is very high. This is from stress and also from immense amounts of caffeine that I know I shouldn't be really taking in, but I have to perform. So, my daughter is 3 years old. If I continue bodybuilding, and I'm not stopping, but if I continue bodybuilding, it is fine. It is a good opportunity to better my character, to develop my inner warrior, to be stronger mentally, and all of those things. Fine, okay. The drugs I have to take. Whoever tells you that, no, competitive bodybuilding does require a good amount of steroids. Forget about the money, the time I have to sacrifice. And the risk I'm going to take in the last few weeks of the prep, for me, because I felt what 2 years of competing and a total of 4 competitions with 1 first place. 1 first place, 1 fifth, 1 fourth. I don't remember. I did Varna, I did Plovdiv, I did Varna, and I did NPC. So I don't have my NPC. Какво е това? Пръстен ли е това? Дай да го сложа. Я ходи да го покажеш. Да. Wait, let me remove the cigarette. Okay. It's not worth it. Кой звъни? Ало? Кой звъни? So, the plan is the following. This year, because my body is simply not feeling right. I mean, I have a lot of recovery to do in order to feel like I am capable. And not saying any other type of recovery. I mean, I can hold the diet, I can train. It's just my body cannot exert the same amount of intensity. My nervous system, it's like it got a fuse box. And after it becomes above a certain threshold. Мога ли да попитам защо пеем песни, докато ще ти говоря? Държи ги едно да дадеш. Мерси. Така? Супер. Супер. So, the risk is too high. So what I'll do, if I compete this year, this is going to be my last show. After that, that's the most important ring I'm going to put on a finger. Дай да го сложа. Up. Yeah. After this, I'm going to start powerlifting while still getting into summer shape, just without dehydrating myself. Моля само за секунда. Just without dehydrating myself and risking my life. So that's what I'll do. Because right now I pull 260 off the floor, I squat with 200, and I press 120. I'll never press more than 140, and I don't really want to, because tearing my chest bench press for me is not that big of an ego like scale. Deadlift and squat much more. So I'm hoping 300 kg deadlift, 220 squat, and 140 bench, which is gonna put me 660 kg. Извинете. 660 kg. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. And everything above that, again, risking a lot. As I kind of tore my back here on my armpit after I pulled the 260. And I don't think you have too many attempts at such weights. Yeah, a lot of times I get fed things that are not for eating. And this happens after. You see? I ate it. There it's gone. No longer here. Okay. No longer here. It's gone. Къде отиде пръста? Я ходи да го намериш. Okay. So yes, this is the plan for this year. Also, I would like to be above 100 kilo. As right now I'm 96, 7. Very bad composition on my body. Like, I don't know. There's nothing left. Almost nothing left. But it's good. I'm strong. I still have. I'm where I want to be. Definitely. I like how I look for not training consistently, even though I'm saying I'm fat. So, time will tell. I already am a champion. I already won a show. I already know that I can be better. It's just, am I willing to sacrifice the time and to sacrifice years of my life? And honestly, don't really think so. But yeah, guys, it has been 40 minutes. I'm yapping for 40 minutes. So I'm going to write you Hectic in a bit. I'm going to write you on your email. And I'm going to start recording the next vlog. At the end of this week, I'm going to upload. At the end of this week, we're going to do another live, I hope, on the weekend. And until then, you're going to have, I hope, at least a couple of more videos. So thank you so much for sharing even 40 minutes with me on the 1st of January. I do appreciate it. And until next time, let's get it. How do I stop this now? Okay.